Hello dear ones, I'm a bit early. It's a great day again here in the UK, but we've been released from all the frost. I didn't go out for 2 or 3 days. In fact, I moved my car to park in a different spot so when the sunshine came it would melt the frost. So I've been a bit isolated for 2 to 3 days. Anyway, Sainsbury's came, I got my food in so I shan't starve. I don't know, aren't we going through difficult times? The challenges just seem to get more intense. I was watching somebody else's video recently that I like, and she says the same thing. It just keeps getting deeper and deeper. We think, oh, I've dealt with that, and then it comes up again. I've got a thing with my daughter, as you know, and I thought I dealt with it all, and I haven't. It's all come up again, and it's like thrown me because I've run out of ideas. I've received a card, a very lovely card, no present of course, well not of course, but no present this year, and a letter which has thrown me. I think we're just doing this. We're obviously, she sees me as one person, I see her as another. It's the difficulty, isn't it? Trying to get into somebody's mind. You can't do that. You know, we've got our own thoughts and processes, and we tend to see things from our own perspectives. I know I do. No, I do actually. I do initially. Then I think, hang on a minute, is this really what I think? Is it what somebody else? You get all mixed up with somebody else's concept, and you have to continually check it out. I've found never a day goes by. The path that we're on, I'm sure most people don't even think, but we're on this path of kind of, I don't know. It's not self-justification, but it's finding out the truth, isn't it? But why do we need to find out the truth? It's because we need to release ourselves from any sort of pain and guilt and so forth. And I'm sure that applies to a lot of people. It does to me because my daughter's now 50 something, and you know, she's not the little girl I used to know, and I keep forgetting that, and I think mums do forget it and fathers forget it. So it's a question of like, well, I think the Kahlil Gibran talks about children are not our children, they are parts of you that come from you. And I think this is true, and I think parents tend to forget that the kids, you know, they're adults, they're their own people now, but we just hope they're going to sort of be nice to us. And it isn't always the case, and I've been questioning why, you know, questioning all the stuff, and it's actually quite worn me out. I talked to my spirit friend. I've got one particular master Maharaji, as you know, and I think just by talking to him, getting into his consciousness, somehow the frustrations somehow for me do get clear. He doesn't answer me in words, but I think by being in that consciousness, and that's what we need to do. We need to get into the higher consciousness. If it's not our own, somebody else is a spiritual master or a teacher or somebody that we really value, because they've been there and done that, and they're so clear. They are so very clear that by getting into that realm of consciousness, you kind of pick up a thread of their energy, and it seems to help. Gosh, that's profound, isn't it? That just come to me. Well, it's true. In my little room here, I got all my pictures of my masters and forth. You know, this is my little sanctuary, really. If I get in a real state, I come in here and sit on my little chair and talk to them. I don't know. They think they hear me. I'm sure they hear me, but they don't necessarily answer me. But I know sometimes if I get into that state where I really have lost it, you know, that I just think, okay, it's some things you just can't fight, some things you can't understand, some things you can't put right, some things will never get put right. My immediate reaction, should I reply to this letter, and what can I say? Because whatever I say is going to be misunderstood. You can't discuss by email, as you know, and you need a good phone call, and even then, it's not. She's in a different place, and of course now we've got this new thing with ascension and so forth. We're all going off in different directions, and we've got no hope. It's like, I wouldn't say we're all lost souls, but we're all chasing off in different directions, and the people that we used to know, they're not understanding us anymore, or we're not understanding them. And it is a very difficult time for us, isn't it? And it is the question of perspective. Moranji, my favourite person, he says through it's that perception, is seeing things. There's three ways of looking at things: positively, negatively, and accurately. And that is the tricky thing, because positively, it's fairly easy. We can make something positive, can't we? We can justify it. See, like cows come home. Negatively is much more, perhaps, I don't know, more easy. But accuracy is very, very difficult unless you've got the person to talk to and that person is as truthful as you are. And of course people aren't as truthful as you are. They're all playing games. I've found most people are in their heads, especially those that are not on the spiritual path. They're in their heads, they're making up stories, they lie all the time. And morality says without a lie the world doesn't work, without truth spirit doesn't work. How true that is. You're talking to people and you think, well, I don't think at the time, I think, oh, was it? Well, that was a lie, that was made up. And it's not deliberate, it's just that the way they are. They will make things up to get through life, you know, yes or no. I mean, I'm not sure I do. I don't think I do, but it's hard to know, isn't it, with yourself. But I try to be as accurate as I can. And sometimes you have to hurt someone's feelings by being accurate. But accuracy is so important, you know, when you're dealing with people that are... I don't know, my daughter's a psychologist and I think honestly sometimes, well, am I being arrogant by thinking that it's not necessarily being right or wrong, it's getting to the centre of things, they're cutting through the crap, isn't it, and getting to the centre of things and finding out what is really going on here. And I have always found the best thing, because we don't communicate now, sit quietly, write things down, is it me, is it her, is it me, and in the end it's usually that I'm not seeing things clearly, I'm reacting negatively and she's picking up on that. I don't know, I'm not, well, I am a therapist, I am a counsellor, but I'm not as clever as she is. And she's very, very clever. And I think this is what's getting to me, that I've been manipulated and controlled really all the time. Well, she's 50 something now, and I hope she's not watching this video. I don't think she does watch my videos, but I think what annoys me more than anything else is when somebody is not being true. And people do find it hard to talk about their truth. They really find it hard because most of the time they're not in touch with it. They don't know what they're thinking, they don't know what they're feeling, they don't know what's going on, because we're all basing our feelings and perceptions on past experiences, aren't we? You know, subconsciously I'm talking about, you know. I think, gosh, that's how I dealt with that, or how I felt about that. So it's very, very hard to get to the centre of things and be in the truth of it. Very, very difficult. And just check the time a minute. So that's where I'm at, and it's just... And I've got a video I was going to upload, the Christmas video again, 2 years ago. I thought I was still in the same place, still on my own, still doing videos, but this one I couldn't upload because I had to delete my default, it was full up, so I'm going to have to just upload the link. It's a nice little story about Camelias, it's a positive little story, so I'm trying to do that today, trying to get into my positive head, because I've got nothing to do, nowhere to go. Won't someone listen to my tale of woe, as the song goes. It's been a very difficult weekend because I started off with vertigo, that's this dizziness, as well as all the pain. I'm thinking, don't give me any more, you know. But I've taken my tablets and I seem to be coming through it, and I want to get out to get a little Christmas tree. I'm not sure I want an artificial one, but I'm going to try to get to the garden centre tomorrow. So I'm trying to find things. If I can't come to a conclusion with this ongoing saga, it's that I just have to accept, which I find really, really hard, because I want to be on top of it, I want to be in control of it, I suppose, to accept that I'm not in control of the situation. I have to accept that's the way it is, that's the way she is, that's the way I am. I mean, perhaps tomorrow or next year I'll be feeling differently, but I'll still be very hurt. I think that's the trouble, you know. You can think all you like in your head, can't you? But you've still got your emotions to deal with. You can't really control those. They're your deepest part of yourself, and you can feel as horrible as you can and rationalise as much as you can. Nothing gets solved because you've got this tremendous feeling. The person you love a great deal, you've looked after them, or whatever the situation is, and you're trying to overcome that with your head. I get a bit carried away, but it's true, isn't it? I do that a lot. I try and rationalise everything and try and work it out, you know, psychologically and psychotherapy and whatever, you know. Get the books out and look up all the, go for readings and this and that, you know. And it's true, you have to take every ounce of information you have, because we don't have it all, so we can go to the readers online or the books. We've got all the masters or the teachers, and they all say different things. This is why your master will never give you an answer. I get frustrated with them. I ask them things. I mean, one of the masters said to me only some time ago, "It's over." Well, what does it mean? They use it an awful lot. I don't know what it means. What is over? Could be anything. They won't give you straight answers. They're so frustrating. And of course they won't, because we have to find it ourselves. And it is frustrating because I think a lot of the time they do know, but they won't give you information. They might drop a hint or two, but you can find it often, I think, for me, through books or songs or somebody else just talking. You can pick up, oh yeah, I mean, I keep seeing videos and films about the sea. I don't know whether that means that's the emotion, of course, a lot of emotion, but it could also mean I might meet somebody from across the sea. There's all sorts of reasons for things, and it's good to hang on to the tiny little thing, because they're where the signals are, where the signs are, and to sort of hang in there, and the answers do come eventually. But by the same token, to let go of any perceived, or whatever ideas, because the person you're dealing with isn't the person they were last year even. You're not the person you were. Everything's all got very mixed up. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. You tip the box out, it's all these pieces, and some of the puzzles are huge, aren't they? And so tiny and so complex. And it's great. It is a challenge. It is a challenge. And you've got this jigsaw puzzle, this person, that person, this thought, that thought, drives you nuts. In the end, you have to, meditation isn't always the answer, I don't find, but music, I love music. Put some music on the YouTube. There's some lovely music. That will get to you see, right brain is emotional, left brain is thinking. And so I'm mostly left brain. I'm trying to be right brain. Right brain is the musical, creative side. Do something creative, listen to music. Just forget the left side, which gets more and more complicated the more you think about it. So you best just forget it. It's okay. Just talk to it. Say, look, I've got it. I've got what you're trying to tell me. I will work it out when I can. Just piss off. And then put some music on or paint a picture. I'm that Jupiter picture. I painted that a couple of years ago. I'm very proud of myself, actually. I do love painting. But again, you've got to feel like it, haven't you? And when you're depressed, you don't feel like doing anything except going to bed, putting a duvet over your head. It's a question of really tuning into your inner self. What do I really feel like doing at the moment to overcome this very difficult time? And the answer will be there. Each of us getting the brandy, Just do something to break the pattern. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to upload the link for the video, the Christmas video, so you'll get that and you perhaps enjoy that. I'm wearing pink on that one. Pink Camelias. Okay, darlings, well, take care of yourselves. I'm not sure I'll do another one before Christmas. I'm on my own again this Christmas. I went to the cathedral last year. I've done a video about that, and I might upload that as well, because that was a lovely day. On my own, drove to Lincoln Cathedral, met some very nice people. I mean, what is Christmas Day? Everyone's trying to scurry around, do something, have the food that's... Don't go down that road. It's television, food and love and chat. And then people aren't like that. There's people like me out there, men like me, women like me, kids like me, all suffering loneliness and isolation, thinking it's got to be a day you've got to be happy. What? No thank you. I want to do a video about Christmas, but I'm not sure I've got time at the moment. I might do that later on. But take care, dear ones. Keep positive. I try. If you don't keep positive, don't worry about it. Oh dear. Take care.